Today, we're talking about a new kind of AI, one that doesn't just sit there and answer your questions, but actually gets up and does the work. It's called Clawdbot, and it's not just an upgrade, it's a completely different way of thinking about what technology should do for us.
To really get what's happening here, I want you to picture a scene with me. Think late at night. The office is dark, totally empty.
You can feel the stillness, right? That usual hum of work is gone. No keyboards clicking, no phones ringing, just that low, quiet electronic pulse of machines that are supposed to be sleeping. But over on one desk, there's a computer that's still on. The screen is black, but something's happening inside. It's not waiting for someone to log in because it doesn't have to.
And then, a phone on that same desk lights up. Just a simple notification. A report, a really complex one, has been researched, written up, and sent. A flight got rebooked. A calendar meeting was moved. But here's the thing. Nobody touched the keyboard. Nobody spoke a command. The work, it just got done. And this right here, this is the fundamental shift. For years, we've thought of AI as this kind of magic 8-ball. You ask it a question, it gives you an answer, and then it stops. It just waits for you to ask the next thing. This new way, it's totally different. This thing is an operator. It's working in the background all the time, moving from one task to the next without you holding its hand.
That's the core idea right there. It's not a tool you use and then put away. It's a persistent, always-on agent that's constantly ready to act on what you want done. Which of course brings up the big question, what exactly is this thing?
So, we're really defining a whole new category of tool here. And to understand what Clawdbot is, you have to first understand what it is not. And what it is not is just another chatbot.
This is the official definition, and the keywords are everything. Autonomous, runs continuously, operates through your apps. It's not built for idle chit-chat. It is built from the ground up for execution.
You know, the best way to see the difference is to put them side by side. Chatbots respond to you. Agents operate for you. A chatbot is a conversation partner in the cloud that pretty much forgets who you are the second you close the tab. An agent, though, that's a delegate. It lives right on your machine, and it remembers you, your goals, and what needs to get done.
It all boils down to these three things. First, it's always on. It's running 24/7, so it never has to ask, "Who are you again?" Second, it has hands, not just a brain. It can actually go into your email, open your calendar, or browse the web to do things. And third, it remembers. It learns who you are, what you're working on, what your preferences are. You never have to explain yourself twice.
Okay, so that's the theory. It all sounds great, right? But what does this actually look like in practice? What can you actually do with this today? Let's get into some real-world examples.
Think about your personal life. What if you had something that could watch your inbox and draft replies that actually sound like you? Or imagine your flight gets delayed. Instead of you scrambling, it just handles it. It rebooks your car, shifts your first meeting tomorrow, and lets you know it's done. You could even be driving home, dictate a business idea, and find a whole market analysis waiting for you when you walk in the door.
And for work, it gets even more powerful. It can watch a sales dashboard for you and flag things that don't look right. You could get a 50-page PDF at 10 p.m. and have a perfect one-page summary waiting in your inbox by morning. It's like having a silent, 24/7 operations assistant that just works, coordinating between all the different tools you already use.
And I really need to make this clear. This isn't some science fiction concept. These aren't just cool lab experiments. These are actual, everyday workflows that people are using right now to get their time and their focus back.
So you hear all that, and it's natural to think, okay, this sounds amazing, but it must be incredibly complicated to use, right? I'm going to need to be a programmer. But that's completely the wrong way to think about it.
Think about the old way we've always used computers. It's all about syntax, right? You have to learn the specific, perfect command, and you have to supervise every little step. The new way, it's about responsibility. You just state your intent, what you want to happen, and you trust the agent to figure out the how. You go from being a micromanager to just a manager.
And that is the absolute core of what it feels like to use this. You are not writing code. You are assigning a task. You're having a conversation, but the point of the conversation isn't to chat, it's to get something done.
When you put all this together, you start to realize there's a new hierarchy of AI assistants taking shape. It's not all just one big bucket of AI. There are levels to this.
It's actually a pretty clean evolution. Chatbots, they're great thinking partners. They help you brainstorm. Copilots, they're fantastic writing partners. They help you get the words out faster. But Clawdbot and agents like it, they're doing partners. They are the final, most important step. They actually help you get things done.
And you know, that's the real breakthrough. For so long, the goal has been to build a smarter AI, something that can think like a human. But maybe that was the wrong goal. The real value isn't in how smart it is. It's in how useful it is. It's measured in the hours you get back, the mental energy you save, the work that happens even when you're not working.
Which brings us to the final and maybe the most important question. And it's not actually about the technology anymore. It's about us.
We need to be really clear-eyed about what this is. Clawdbot's power has nothing to do with it being human. It doesn't need creativity, it doesn't need to be self-aware, it has no ambition, it just needs one thing: your instructions.
And that is the whole paradigm shift, right there. This technology is a game changer precisely because it isn't like us. It's tireless, it's persistent, it executes without ego, without getting distracted. It is a pure engine for getting things done.
So, this is where we end. The power of the tool is obvious. That's not in question anymore. The real question is a human one. Are you ready to trust a system like this? Are you actually ready to hand over the keys and truly, really delegate? That's the barrier we're all about to face.